Hello everyone, my name is Manu. Currently I am pursuing my Masters in Department of Computer Science, Manasa Gangotri, Mysore. The topic of our today's video presentation is on the project named Product Pickup and Deliver, which was done under the guidance of Dr. Sudhamani ma'am. Before moving on to the contents of the presentation, just take a look at this picture. Here, as you can see, I have mentioned the sentence saying, you cannot stop time, but you can save it. The main reason that I have used this sentence as our project tagline because our project is entirely dedicated for emergency purpose and to save time for users. In the further slides, I am going to explain in detail about this. For now, let's see what are all the topics that we are going to discuss in this today's video presentation. Okay, these are all the contents of today's presentation. Introduction, what is the existing system that is currently present and what are all its disadvantages. Next, introduction about our proposed system and what are all the objectives and advantages of our proposed system over the existing system. After that, we are going to discuss about our system architecture and how many modules it has. Up next, we are going to see what are all the hardware and software requirements required for our project. Then we are going to see how the use case diagram, data flow diagram and ER diagram works. At last, I am going to explain how the project actually works in real time using the screenshots. Then we will conclude the presentation with future announcement of our project and conclusion. Okay, let's start our presentation with the introduction about product delivery system. Delivery is the process of transporting goods from source location to a predefined location. Means the goods or the products will be transported from one place to another place through the courier service. There are three different types of delivery types. First one, physical goods, means the cargoes. Those are primarily delivered via road and railroads on land. Means the product will be carried through vehicles by road or through train. Next, shipping lanes. Shipping lanes and airlines means the goods or products will be carried through sea route or via air. Okay, now the last one. So there are certain specialized goods which may be delivered via other networks, such as pipelines for liquid goods, power grids for electrical power, and computer network such as the internet broadcast network for electronic information. So these are the three ways in which a product delivery will be done. Next, we are going to see how existing system works for cargo goods, means the goods which are delivered via roads and railroads. Introduction about existing system. Here, product delivery is done through courier services. As I already said, cargo products will be delivered through courier companies via railroads and roads. Next point, it's not intended for emergency purpose. Means you cannot transport or courier your product in a single day from one place to another place. Next point, it involves complexity of multiple deliveries. I will explain this with an example. The guy who is going to deliver your product will not be having only your product in courier van that he is using. Means he will be having the responsibility of delivering multiple products to several locations in a single day. So obviously it involves complexity of multiple deliveries. Next, it takes too much time for a single delivery. As I already said, the product which you are receiving is not the single product that the courier boy is carrying. So we all know it takes too much time for a single delivery. Next, sometimes limited resources and poor network supply chain. Means the courier service which you have opted for product delivery may not have the number of supply chain within the city. You will be asking what is supply chain means. Supply chain means number of branch office or number of storage places where they store the product and distribute accordingly. Okay, this is how a product delivery actually works. Firstly, you only will go to the courier office to deliver the product that needs to be transported from your source location to the predefined location. Next, the company people will carry your products to the other part of the city or district or other part of the state. Then they will separate the products according to the area or according to the delivery location. Next, what happens is with some companies you will get the home delivery, but in some companies or in some courier services you only have to go to the courier office to collect your products. So till now we have seen how product delivery and courier service actually work. Now let us see what are all the disadvantages that we are facing with current delivery systems. Disadvantages. First one, high cost, sometimes way too high. Let me explain. The amount that you will be charged for the product that you are going to deliver is based on four main things: destination, weight of the product, height of the product, and the amount of space it occupies on the cargo. Means they are going to calculate how much of your product take away the space of the van. So sometimes that's why sometimes the delivery costs are way too much. Second one, not all couriers provide home delivery. As I already said, not every courier will provide home delivery. Sometimes you only have to go to the courier office to collect your product. Third one, no proper service for small product. This is true because basically when the concept of courier service or courier delivery comes into our mind, we think of huge products like furniture, stables, etc. So there will be no proper service for smaller products. Fourth one, chances of physical damages to our product. As you can see in the slide, the product which the guy is holding has been damaged. Means damages to product may happen due to several reasons, like bad condition of the road or no proper placing of products or not proper arrangement or due to turbulence, etc. There may be like n number of reasons for your product to get damaged, but the fact is chances of getting damaged will always be there. Fifth one, negligence and includes paperwork. Means the driver or the courier person who is handling your product may mishandle or misplace your product. And when it comes to paperwork, you only have to go to the office and fill all the essential details while delivering and also in the time of collecting the product. Sometimes what happens is we have to enter the details that are not required, like sometimes we have to enter name basic things like name, phone number, email id. Those are okay, but sometimes they fill up way too many fields that are unnecessary. Next, last one and the most important one, too much time for transportation. In this slide I have listed down 6 disadvantages, but the common disadvantage or the common thing in every point is time. Means in this corporate world, time is very important. So no one wants to waste their time in doing all this paperwork and going to the courier office and all. So after hearing all these, you will be thinking what to do if this continues this way, or is there any alternative to this? or can we get our products delivered quickly and safely? That's why we have come up with our proposed system naming product pickup and deliver. Here I have repeated the tagline slide which says you cannot stop time but you can save it. Earlier when I was explaining, I told you guys that I will explain why time is very important in our proposed system. After seeing all the disadvantages and what is the faults that the current existing system is having, now you will be having an idea about why time is very important. Now let's see about our proposed system. PPD means product pickup and deliver. It is a two-wheeler portable product delivery service which is dedicated for emergency purpose and to save time. Next, it is an easy to use web application, means you don't need to download any application or something. You can just simply access our service through the search engines. Next, on-time product delivery to people. Like we all expect our delivery to be happen on time, and service will be available in Mysore. For now, we are thinking of we are planning to make this service available in the Mysore city. I will tell you why in the next slide. As I already said, the main intention of developing this project is for emergency purpose and to save time for users. So this idea of developing this project came when COVID-19 started, because at that time people were not allowed to go outside of their homes and it was not for them to roam or go outside or do their regular daily works. So thinking of this, we made an application where people can trust our service and they will need not to come out of the home or visit any deliver office to collect their products or to deliver their products. Next point. Intended to reduce user workload, means in this case user is not going to courier office to give his product, or he is not going to the courier office to collect his product. Instead, we are only picking the product from his source location and delivering the product to the predefined destination which was given by user. Next one, easy booking, means you just have to enter your product details, source and the destination. Like other courier service, you are not going to enter so many details which are unnecessary. You will just enter the product details and the source location, means from where the product needs to be picked up, and the destination location from where the product needs to be delivered. Next, effective communication between user and the vendor, means from your phone, from your location only, you can see the vendor's current location using GPS, because we have allotted GPS tracking for every single vendor who are involved in this service. And at the same time, you can also call the vendor if you are not so sure about the delivery. Like many will be having like, what happens, is my product safer or not? You can call him at any time. He will pick up and tell his exact location when you call. Last point, no paperwork included. This is the main point that I want to include. In any part of our project or service, we are not going to use a single piece of paper. Everything is through online. Like everything what we are doing is through online. We can see that we are also contributing in one step towards digitalized India. Okay, now let's see what are all the objectives of our project. Fast and secure delivery in 60 minutes. While explaining about our proposed system, I said service will be available in Mysore. Like for right now, we are planning to operate the service in Mysore, because so we know each nook and corners of our Mysore. So from one part of the city to another part of the city, we can easily move in 30 to 40 minutes. That's why I said fast and secure delivery in 60 minutes. Next point, service will be available 24 hours a day. Means you don't have to worry about the timings. Our service will be 24 bar 7. Next, cost efficient and trustworthy. As I mentioned in the last point, I said service will be 24 hours, service will be available 24 hours, and I would like to relate that point in this point, which is cost efficient. Because what happens is, when compared to Uber and Ola, those are the passenger services, they charge 1.5 when the time is about 10 p.m. Here we are not charging anything extra, we will be charging the same exact amount in daytime and night time. Next one, no registration fees. During registration you are not going to pay a single rupee, or it is entirely free of cost. Providing users with a unique platform. As to my knowledge, there is no service like this in Mysore till now. That's why we want to provide users with a unique platform. And the main important thing is, we are not stopping just for Mysore. We are just taking initiative from Mysore. Next, advantages. On time home delivery. As I already said, delivery will be on time. No registration fees, affordable low cost service, GPS tracking availability of vendor, that you can track anytime where the vendor is, and when you are not booking also you can see overall the vendors who are nearby. Next, safety of products. Safety of products will be 100% sure, because during the employment of vendor, we are making sure he is a legitimate, so that you won't take the product and run away. Next, overcome the limitations of existing system. I have all explained what are all the limitations and what are all the advantages of our existing system. Main thing is the product will be delivered in time, safely and securely. See, this is also what I was saying: on time, fast and safe delivery. Next, as you can see, this is the home delivery page. We are planning to provide home delivery, because due to this corona time, I don't want people to step out of their home due to the corona risk. Next, the system architecture. System architecture consists of three models: user, admin and vendor. I will explain how it works in the models. Next, the models, we as I said, we have three modules: user, admin and vendor. Let's go with one by one. User: registration, login and product scheduling. In registration, user will enter the name, password, username, email id and phone. These are all the only 5 information that the user going to enter. As I already said, he is not going to enter any unnecessary details. Login: if he is registered for our application, he is going to receive username and password in his a given email id. Using those, he can log into our application and use that. Next, product scheduling. After he is logged into our application, he can schedule the product, from which product needs to be transported from where to where. He can book from there. Next, the admin part. In this module, admin has 4 tasks to do. Three tasks. First one is user management, second one is vendor management, and the third one is product management. I will explain about the vendor management when it comes to the vendor part. User management. In this module, admin is going to validate the users, whether is a legitimate user or not, or is not just one of those person who just like to spoil the service and all. Next one, product management. Whenever the admin receives a booking for the product needs to be delivered, he assigns that to the nearby vendor who is near to the source location. Next, vendor management. I will explain about this while explaining about the vendor module. Vendor. The most important thing of our project is, we are not only providing service for the people, we are also creating employment opportunities. Like if a user or a person who is interested to work as a vendor, we are providing him job opportunities. I will tell you how it works, like how he should be apply for the job in the upcoming slide. But he can apply for the job. If he got selected, he will receive his login credentials in his mail account. From there he can use the application, and he can use the application to pick the product and deliver the product. I will explain in detail about this in the upcoming slides. Hardware and software requirements of our project. Hardware requirement. Processor should be Intel i3 2.4 GHz and above. Hard disk should be like 40 GB and above. RAM must be 4 GB or above. Next, software requirements. Operating system should be Windows 7 and above. Front end, we have used these HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript to develop this project. Coding language, we have used this C#.NET. Database is MS SQL Server 2014. And integrated development environment is, we have used this the latest, latest is 2019, but we have used Visual Studio 2015. Use case diagram. Here it is same as the modules. Here it has contains user level, admin level and vendor level. Use case diagram. This clearly depicts how many tasks that a user can do. You can register, you can log in, you can schedule the project, you can see the history and you can log out. Next, admin. Here you can log in, manage users, manage vendors, manage the products and log out. Next, the vendor can register. If he got selected for a job, he will get the login credentials, and after that he can log in, and we can do the product pickup, product deliver and log out. Next, data flow diagram. Modules, data flow diagram, entity relationship diagrams are one and the same, but we describe their rules in a different manner. Here also it contains three levels: user, admin and vendor. As I said in the day, use case diagrams, user performs these tasks step by step. First, user will register to the application, and after that the user data gets validated. He will log in. If he is a old user, he can view his history. If he is a new user, he have to schedule the project, and after that he has to give the product data, like the details, what are all the name, source, location, and after the project has been scheduled, he can view the project history, like the product history. Next, vendor level. Vendor gets registered, as for registration. Once the vendor data has been validated, like we will check for the DL, RC and Aadhaar card of the vendor to make sure whether he is a legitimate person, and to make sure the person will not just run away with the product. Next, after he is validated, he will receive the login credentials. After that, he can do pickup and delivery, and he will also receive the product data, such as user will specify the source and destination address with the person who is going to collect the product, and vendor will receive a OTP that needs to be entered to deliver the product. Next, admin level. Admin has two tasks to do. First one is managing users along with products, and managing vendors. Managing users means you will manage the users whether they are legitimate or not, and same applies in the managing vendors. But managing product means you will assign the product pickup to the nearby vendor who is near to the source location. Next, entity relationship diagram. Like this is also same as the last I have explained before, like the DFD and use case diagrams. User, admin and vendor, you can see it goes step by step: user, register, login to application, validation, etc. In vendor part also it goes the same: registration, login, product pickup and deliver, etc. And in the admin page also, it has three tasks: managing users, managing vendors and managing product. Next, the most important topic of our presentation is the snapshots. In here, I am going to explain how our project exactly works in real time using the screenshots. As you can see, this is the homepage of our project, and as I already said, it is a web application, so you can access our web application through the search engines. Next, it has four options like home, register, login, and contact. If you scroll down, you will get the page, like you will get the product pickup and deliver, explain like a description about our project service. It says like product pickup and deliver, basically a platform where people can book a ride through web application while they want to transfer their products within the city. With the traffic situation is exceptionally pathetic, especially during peak hours, booking a two-wheeler saves a lot of time. Here you can read about our project description, I mean the service description. Next, if you click on register, it will take you to the register page. There users can register to our application there, where they have to enter username, name, password, email, phone and address, and they can click on submit. So let me show you. I have just made an like I have an example. I have entered all the details, name, username, password. If I click on, if I was a user and if I click on submit, I will receive a alert message like you are successfully registered to product pickup and deliver. After if we click on OK, we will receive a mail in our registered email ID with our username and password. Next, as I already said in the beginning part of our project explanation, we are creating employment opportunities for the people who are interested to work with us. If you click on contact page, you will get this screen, where in the left part of the screen you will see the location of yourself, and in the right part of our screen you can say a pop-up message which will be blinking. Click below to register as a vendor. If you click on we are hiring, this pop-up message, you will get a page where the interested user who wants to become a vendor has to enter these proper details. Like the most three important details are DL, RC and other, because in these three, any one of three, we can easily see, like we can easily get to know a person is whether is legitimate or not. Next, he is going to fill the details, like he has entered Sanju, Manu and Sanju, number, date of birth, address, etc., and he has chosen three files. And here as you can see, last two columns are like enter your nominee name and enter your nominee phone. If in case if his phone gets out of reach or if it gets switched off, you have to call to the some number, right? That's why we have and requires a nominee name and nominee phone number. Next, if you click on submit, he will receive an alert message like your request has been placed successfully. As you can observe the differences, when the user clicks on the submit, the alert message was you are successfully registered. But here it is saying your request has been successfully placed. That means vendor is not yet validated. The admin has not checked the details of the vendor. He has not approved that he can become a vendor. So is showing like your request has been placed successfully. The admin checks all the documents of the vendor and make sure if he is legitimate, he will accept as the vendor for our service. Next, this is the login page. The speciality of this service is user and vendor will log in through user, admin and vendor will log in through the same login form like email and password, but everyone will be having the different username and password credentials. I will explain how it works. For example, you have entered your email ID and you forgot your password and you don't know what to do. What I have forgot my password. Don't worry, we got you covered. If you click on forgot password, it will ask for your email ID. When you enter your email ID and click on submit, in your mail you are going to receive back your password. and the password which was received before and the password which was received now will not be the same. That means like random passwords will be generated every time you like forget password or every time a user adds on. Next, now I'm going to explain, like I'm going to concentrate more on the admin part. So I am logging in through as a admin. I have entered my username and password, and I have clicked on submit. This is the user home page, I'm sorry, the admin home page. These are all the, like as I already said, he has three main tasks: managing users, managing orders, and managing vendors. If you click on manage users, here you will get the option like here this is the all the information of the user, like Manu Robert, and where what's my address, and what's my phone number, etc. And he has also has the action button like delete. If the user found the if the admin found the user is fake, using fake ID, or if he is fake, you can delete the user for security purpose. Next, if he clicks on manage orders, if any order request comes up, it will pop up in the pending orders. There he will assign that order to the source locations nearby vendor. Next, oh sorry, I forgot, here there is one more column like manage vendors. Managing vendors means, like as I already said, you will allot that product to be picked up by the particular vendor by assigning it to the nearby vendor. Next, okay, approving, oh sorry, this is the pending orders and processing orders page. Here he will process the orders, and what all the pending orders is there. If he clicks on approve vendors, here he can assign the product to the vendor, and he can also manage the vendors, like he can see the documents and he can approve them. If the documents are not correct, he can also reject them. So this is how our project exactly works in real time. Next, future enhancement. Provide users with a user-friendly and unique application. And yes, as I already said, this is kind of new to the people of Mysore. And host the web application. We are planning to host the web application after we just need to add some more facilities, like now it's just like only the product should be carried. We are thinking of carrying the persons as well, carrying Uber and Ola. In future, make sure it will be available in more search engine. Means if you just click on go, if you just Google it, it needs to be like pop up saying product pickup, and we are in plan of doing it. Next, the conclusion. The software developed is found to be working efficiently and effectively. It is an user-friendly and secure application for the people. And as I already said, it is a one step towards digitalized India or digitalization. Now we have reached the end of the project, I mean the last slide of our presentation. Here I have mentioned like the best way to predict the future is to create it. Means if you want something to happen in your life or in future, you just have to work for it. Means no one is going to do the work for us. And I have also mentioned like be safe and be responsible. As I mentioned in the early parts of the project, and I was saying continuously that this project idea came to our mind when the COVID-19 started. So, but bad luck, it is still continuing, and it's all like 2021. So I need you guys to be safe and be responsible. Take care of yourself and take care of your family. And thank you.